Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is having good time. My name is Renu. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend to get quick updates on TR to PR pathway, Federal Skilled Worker Programs, PNP, and then CEC. So far, there have not been any draws for CEC, Federal Skilled Worker Program, and there was only one draw which I have covered in my previous video. If you want to have an update, you can always go on January 5th update where I have covered the express entry draw for PNP. For more guidelines, you can certainly go back to my channel and subscribe for more updates. Last update was like only 20,000 applications are pending, which I have covered with news. So you can always go and check. I don't want to waste your time on reiterating the same thing. Now, a lot of you had the confusion like how exactly the eCOPR would look like. So this is exactly the format, and after that I would be start jumping on to various timelines. We have got real good number of rollouts, especially on today, and good thing is that it is not restricted to IG stream only. We have got stream A and stream B. However, there's not been any success so far, like active success in terms of rollouts under French stream. So yeah, now, this is exactly how the letter looked like. So if you want, you can take the screenshot of it. And this would look like, congratulations, you are now a permanent resident of Canada. IRCC has uploaded an electronic copy of your electronic confirmation of permanent residence. So that is basically in eCOPR. So it's exactly a proof, and you can always follow the instructions of the download. Now, you might get an update from IRC is in this format also. This is equally a good sign where IRCC would send you that I have reviewed your file and found that you are in queue of finalization. Rest assured, you will be receiving an eCOPR soon. So this is another one, and you might get an update from IRCC in this form also, where they are going to give you a brief like the application was received at our office and the initial assessment is to ensure the applicant submission and all that stuff. So they will give you guidelines. If the application is approved, the applicant will need to send their passport to Canadian visa office to obtain the PR card and all that stuff. So you can follow the instruction. Again, take the screenshot so you can save it as a reference point of view. All right, let's move on to our first timeline for Sahil under stream B. I'm happy that now they have started picking up cases for stream A and B. A lot of you were getting anxious, and me too was a little perturbed why this is not happening. So we are back to stream B now. Applied on July 12th. So if you know that July 16th was a time when all the applications under stream B reached its cap. It was July 16th morning. And I remember I was in Toronto, like traveling back to Calgary during that time. And I did cover a whole video on that after landing here. All right, so it was at 12:40 p.m. Pacific time zone. The profession he has applied was under cashier. He got the biometric refund letter that shows application number. So he linked up the account. Now, here's the query I would like to address. A lot of you are getting an application or a file number from IRCC by calling customer support. So you might not be able to link up by using that file number or an application number. However, if you want to tweak it a little bit, you can remove the first initial X and then try to punch in the information through that. Again, it's just a hidden trial. If it goes well, you can certainly give it a shot, but this is not a short format that how it has to be done. You can certainly get a number, but visa officer has to start assessing your application, and that's how you will be able to link up your file. So that's the criteria. In this case, if you see, he has got the ADR for police clearance certificate under the portal. Now, a lot of you are getting confused that whether it's a requirement for PCC or RCMP fingerprints. Now, in the letter itself, they would clearly mention that if you have stayed in any country for more than 6 months, you have to obtain the PCC from that specific country. Make sure it should be valid at the time of application. Now, he received the acknowledgement from IRCC that documents have been received, and then he got a confirmation email from IRCC regarding, you know, that regarding a query that when exactly he has entered Canada, and then with the UCI details. So he just uploaded that on January 7th, and within 3 days today, he was able to get the PR portal. Now he just have to wait for another couple of weeks. Based upon current scenario, the speed is amazing. Like he might not even take a day or so in getting the eCOPR, and then 2 to 6 weeks. Earlier I was saying 4 to 6 weeks from ECOPR to PR card, but guys, it's getting too fast and I'm happy for all of you. So yeah, IRCC has a mission to make sure that each and every candidate under this category of TR to PR pathway, irrespective to what stream you have applied, will get through PR card by December 31st, 2022. So yeah, good luck guys. All right, so another timeline is for Sidhu. He has applied on May 6th at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. He got the AOR on December 9th. So if you see here that he got the portal request and credentials was on the same day. So the moment you upload the information like your photograph and your address, you're likely to get the ECOPR within a week's time period. So this is exactly it has happened in his case. Moving on to our timeline for Natran. So this candidate has applied under IG Stream on May 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. He was able to link up the application with UCI and last name. As I said that you can always tweak it, like you can just try to do it with a family name or a UCI number or various methods. I did explain it step by step in one of my video. The link is in the description box below, so you can always give it a shot. So when you link up, he was able to get the AOR on December 9th. So if you see, link up was done on October 29th. November was all vacant. And then in December itself, he got the AOR. So some of the cases do take time. And there are candidates who are at the stage of PR confirmation portal on December 15th or 16th, and they're still waiting for the ECOPR. So for those, I would only recommend you to have little patience because last week's, couple of weeks holidays definitely has pushed it further. However, visa office are now actively getting back to each and every candidate. So you are likely to get it sooner or later. In this case, he raised the web form with pay stubs and it was on January 9th. So if you see, he got the AOR and the very same day he submitted the pay stub. So exactly, I would recommend do that too if you are skeptics. And today itself, he got the portal confirmation. So yeah, just keep those things in mind in case if you were not able to provide the sufficient amount of information at the time of filing the case. You can certainly do that. Highly recommended. It's highly recommended if you could do it after receiving the AOR or linking up your application. Now, even if you do that before it, I would recommend you to redo that. So there should not be any room of confusion there. Okay, this is a timeline for of Lalit. He has applied in between 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. That was on May 6th. Now, he sent all the documents like police clearance certificate, medicals, and other documents through web form. So everybody knows that it was a haphazard situation when this announcement was made that processing would be opening around 12 o'clock on May 6th. So a lot of you might have submitted the applications like halfway or just whatever the information you had available in bits and pieces. So in this case also, he did it and then he raised the web form. Now let me remind you, he did not receive any confirmation, like he wasn't able to link up the application. He didn't receive any AOR and still he did it on November 29. So although IRCC has clearly mentioned they're not going to accept any unsolicited document, but hey, we don't know what exactly the visa officer would be thinking while issuing you a AOR or ADR. So in this case, he received the AOR on December 8th. So till November 29, there was not even a single acknowledgement or any communication from IRCC. And after submitting the documents, he got the AOR. So this could be one of the scenario you can certainly look into there is no harm in raising a web form. It's just that you need to redo it after receiving AOR too. Now, in this case, he got the ADR again on January 4th. And that was again like a month later after receiving the AOR. And then he got the portal request from visa officer. That was on January 6th. Now, he was waiting for the PR confirmation portal or ECOPR. Now, if you see, he did apply under Atlantic Immigration Program. So this application was going parallelly with the TR to PR pathway. As per the norms of IRCC, you can certainly apply under two streams. So even if you have applied under IG stream and stream B, you definitely would be qualifying. Your application would not get rejected. So it's your call which one you would like to proceed with. In this case, this candidate, like Lalit, has applied for AIPP on November 9th, and that has been quick. Now, he got the eCOPR today, that's January 10th. So this is one of the scenarios. So I'm sure that he probably would just withdraw the application under TR to PR pathway. Now, another timeline is for Ajlan. He has applied at 1:25 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, May 6th, was able to link up the file on September 25th, and then if you already have submitted biometric as a part of your previous application, you're going to get a refund for that. Same thing has happened in his, it's actually a bank account, not a back account. So yeah, I'm sorry about the typo. Now, he received the AOR on December 6th and then got the PR confirmation portal on January 4th. And then there was an eCOPR on January 10th. So that is today itself. Moving on to another timeline is for those candidates who got the inland spouse. And even if you have spouse outside Canada, your application would get through by December 2022. So nothing to worry about. Just make sure that you update your information in case any changes has happened in your status. So Naveed has applied on May 6th at 12:28 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Very interesting case. If you see, he was able to link up on August 13th. Not everybody was able to do it during that time. He was one of that lucky chap. And then he got the ADR for IELTS. So again, he did not submit the original IELTS at the time of filing. So it was just the screenshot. So he had to submit the TRF, that is test report form, and it has to be original one. So it was done. And there was also a requirement for a right of landing fee, like right of permanent resident fee. That was also requested. So if you see here, it was asked by a visa officer in parts, like on September 12th, RFPF, and then on October 5th, there was an ADR for IELTS, and then on October 19th, there was an ADR for police clearance certificate for the spouse. So it was submitted on October 19th itself, and then he kept waiting. And there, finally, he got the eCOPR on December 8th. Now, this was for the principal applicant. Then now visa officer has asked for the RFV. We call it basically a request for the passports, request for visa. It actually means the PPR, if you know that, where visa officer would ask you, for the passport and the photograph for the spouse, so that stamping can happen for the PR card. So exactly this has happened. And then passport and COPR was received on January 8th, and then PR card for the principal applicant was also received on January 6th. So in this case, if you see, the spouse has already left Canada after the work permit, because she was on work permit, so that when she applied for the renewal, somehow it got rejected. So now she's back to, back to her own home country. So you're just waiting for the PR card, and when it's arrived, then definitely she can come back. Now, there are a lot of you still have the confusion whether you would like to travel back to your native country or not. My strong recommendation, in case if it's not urgent, don't try to plan anything unless and until you get the PR card. That way you can expect a smooth processing. Although the application would be through by December 2022. However, if you travel, it might delay your processing. So don't take a chance at this point of time. It's advisable to stay back in Canada as long as possible, and then take your PR card and go away. Now, in case if you travel, be ready that you have to update your physical presence to Canadian authorities if you get PR confirmation portal. So just keep that in mind, because you have to link up that card. Like even after receiving the eCOPR, you plan to move out of Canada, you have to link up your application to PR card. So that is something you just have to keep in mind. Okay, it's Ravi's timeline under IG stream with spouse. Now, Ravi has applied on May 6th at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, and he got the AOR on December 2nd. There was an ADR for RCMP and police clearance certificates. So, as I said, that you will specifically get an information regarding the requirements. So please make sure that you read the letter, what exactly is being asked by the visa officer. In this case, the first requirement was submitted, and then again, Schedule A for the spouse was demanded by the visa officer on December 16. It was submitted, and then they got the PR confirmation portal, and then the ECOPR January 10th. Now, in case if you have a spouse out here in Canada, the processing, of course, would be more smoother than other way around, and eventually it would be less time consuming since your spouse is very much physically present in Canada. Okay, other timeline is for Sheena. She has applied on July 1st, and this is under Stream A Healthcare. So she has got the biometric instruction letter. Most of the time, you will be able to link up the application while you receive the BIL, but it's again not 100% guaranteed. So in this case, she got the ADR on November 24th, and then medicals were passed, and couple of ghost update would happen, and that's exactly the basic process that looked like. Here she got the process PR confirmation portal on January 7th and just waiting for the ECOPR. That could happen any given time. Okay, another timeline is of Arshdeep. Now, she has applied under IG stream, and it was at 6:31 p.m. Eastern Time Zone on May 6th. So the maximum we have reached so far is till 12:35 May 7th. So just keep that in mind under IG stream. So in this case, she received the AOR, and then there was an ADR for RCMP and PCC, and then of course the ECOPR was received today itself. Okay, our another timeline is for Just Daliwal. Now he has applied under stream B, and if you see here, so he has applied on July 2nd. So the stream got reached to its cap on July 16th morning, as I said. So today, he's just waiting for the next confirmation. He was able to receive the AOR and biometric instruction letter. That was on January 7th. So this is one of the timeline. And moving on to our another timeline, it's actually of Barnadet, and he has applied on June 1st under stream B, and that was at 11 p.m. Pacific time zone. So if we calculate, it should be like 2 o'clock Eastern time zone. He was able to get the BIL on January 7th. Now, his application was actually submitted through representative. So all the information was corresponding, like all the correspondence and documents were all forwarded to your forwarded to his representative, and so goes for you. You might be able to link up your application on your own, but all the correspondence would be directed to your consultant. Now, in very few cases, like 1% case, says there is a possibility that you might get it directed to your mailing address, because it has happened in the past. So this could be one of the scenario. Just keep keep in touch with your representative for every update whatsoever it's possible, and just should be intact with them so that you should not miss upon any deadline whatsoever is being asked by IRCC. Eventually it's your application, so you have to be little particular about it. So yeah, this was all for today, and as I said that they are doing it pretty fast. This has been one of the fastest immigration program ever in the history of immigration, ever since 1913, I must say that. So these are the updates, and I would be covering more onto it. In case if you have not subscribed to my channel, highly would recommend please subscribe and do like, and if you like the video, and I will be posting more videos soon. Till then, take care and stay safe, guys, and keep writing and keep updating your timelines so that it could reach out to maximum candidates, and it could help as many as people on this platform. This is one of the channel where I'm just trying to make sure that you can share your timelines, and it could give a quick updates under whatever the stream you have applied. There's no update under CEC and Federal Skilled Worker Program so far. So whatever the update I have covered, you can always go and check under my channel details. But there are a lot of formats I have shared in the past also, like not just the ECOPR letter, but also how exactly the PR confirmation portal would look like, how would be the ADR look like, not just for the PCC, but other documents, like if IRCC has asked for the income proof, RCMP, fingerprints, or the biometrics. I did cover various formats also, and the steps on how you can apply for open work permit. So you can certainly go and check it out for more updates. So this probably would help you a little more understanding that. And in case if you want to cover, you want to update yourself on how many applications are left, or express entry or other things, you can check that out under channel details. So yeah, till then, take care and stay safe. Bye.